Yo, what's invoking, guys? And we're back again. This is the updated, more stronger, Grammar 2.0 Invoke deck profile. But to your surprise, it's not Shadows because we don't play what everyone else plays. And we're gonna play. We played MEKK not Invoke, and this is the updated list. I'll just show it to you right now, and then just explain shit.
How'd you do today at locals?
Okay, locals, EXO.
Excellent.
That's, but we need to top regionals with this
Did
to
you
get
play
some
something
credits.
like this guy?
Screw that. 3 Alistair, you already know, searches the field spell. Not the field spell, that's broken. Searches the fusion spell. Also 1 card Mikaba with Secure Gardna and Almirage. And then other monsters, the other part of the deck, 3 purple. It's just good, 2500. It beats a lot of control decks. It baits out like negates before you do the Alistair. And you know, MEKK Knights are fun, MEKK Knights are good. And then we're maxing out on the blue because we want. What happened? Yeah. We want to see at least this, but seeing this is also fine. You just need another card so you can search this. Ideally, you want to see this, but if you see this, you're also in the good spot. And then the other 2 MEKK Knights that we played this, the Moving Boy, because of the Link 2, which has good synergy with, and the Trap card. And this because it's 2300, it outs Wenda. And you can play the yellow, but the yellow is,
Wait, how does it out window?
it's 2300.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the yellow one doesn't, so
Yeah.
like you literally just see MEKK Knight, you can out the window. You can play the yellow if you're worried about back rows, but we're already playing enough back row hate in the deck, which you'll see, so these 2 we're fine. That's it for like the main monster core, and then hand traps. We play Lambda, and Lambda synergizes with the MEKK Knight, so you can search this. Or you hard open it if you go second, which you always go second, and you win games because nobody can play around it. And then the 2-ups, perfection. 2 Ash, you want to see it, but not multiples.
You want to see it
It's once per
sometime?
turn. And it's also suboptimal this format, so I just played 2. 2 is fine, 2 is good. Insane. And then another 2-ups, 2 Kaijus. As we said, we're going second all the time. It also makes the columns for you, so you can search 2 or 3 with blue. And it's 2200, so any of your MEKK Knights can beat over it except blue, but then you just do some other place to beat over it. It also outs like Wenda or like some tower cards. What else? Sleeper. Whatever you need, just distribute the F over it. Insane. And then terraforming. Now we go to the spells. And then the 1-up Mystic Mine. If you see this against spirals and they don't have out for it, you literally just auto win. It's a pre-win game 1. So you play it. You can also like set up till you get enough stuff, and then you can always out it by playing your other field spell, which is the Meltdown. It's a broken field spell, by the way. It's once per turn, but it's so good. So you have to max out on it because you want to see Alistair, and if you don't see Alistair, you're most likely gonna lose. And then there is more ulti cards. Invocation, you're playing Desire, so you're playing 3, you're maxing out on it, and it's good to see this plus Alistair. So if your Alistair gets stopped somehow, you can just make this because it's the biggest FU to the face. If they ash your Alistair and you have this already, they just neg and you plus.
Correct.
And then the other cards that I play for spells, mind control, just take cards, make columns for yourself, make links with Alistair Link 2, and then infinite pluses with mind control. And then the honorary mind control, because you mainly summon the Thousand Eyes with this. And with Cross Sheep, you get the Thousand Eyes twice, so it's broken. And then the other spells for back row hate, because everyone's playing back row in these locals. Anyways, you hit the Spiral Resort, you hit something like an important spell or trap, it's banished forever. And more back row hate. Yo, shout out to all the people who's lending me cards. Peter, David, and everyone else. This is good because even if you have, let's say, purple, you can literally just bait whatever negate they have with purple, or if purple resolves, and then you just flip this and call whatever. If you call spell, you can call monsters, you break their board, and then you go up from there.
Thanks, man.
What's up, man? 2 desires, because consistency is key, and we're playing maximum consistency version. We just want to plus hard with this deck, and ideally you want to kill them in the first battle phase. But if you don't, you want to have enough cards to basically snowball. And then 1, because we're playing the Link 2. I don't know, I like this card, but there are times when I hate this because I open it a lot, like freaking Artifact Site. But anyways, it's a good card. It works well with Moving Boy, and it's the only chunk that you play.
How many cards in the main?
That's 40, I think. Yeah, that's 40 cards. And then extra deck, the $40 Link 1. Everything went up in this deck, by the way. And Secure Garnet just makes the turn 1 Alistair. And that's for searching Invocation if you don't have it already and you have Instant Fusion. There's ways when you can search it. It also comes with Alistair, so you can link and fuse it from the graveyard. The Link 2 with the MEKK Knight.
Standard.
The other effect comes in handy sometimes because Xudals can out it if you position your MEKK Knights correctly. It's gonna buy you enough time. That's what I did in my last run today. So you play this also to search the trap. And this because the MEKK Knights banish themselves and then you get the side frame for yourself. It's also generic Link 2. And this because it's a fusion deck, you want to abuse Crush Heap, and this is one of the decks where you can abuse Crush Heap.
The Northern of the deck.
aka Northern, yeah. And then Phoenix because you want a generic back row removal if you don't open one. It's also fire for Purgatrio. And then this, if you're playing against control decks, chances are it's hard for them. It's hard for them to out this because it can't be targeted or it can be destroyed by card effects, and it just gets bigger and bigger if you choose to use the gain attack. And yeah, you can make that easily with Crush Heap as well if you don't want to make the next one, which is Ball Sword. This is just to win games like instantly. It's a free win if you just make this plus Mikava when an open board, you just win. Just be careful of like Super Poly and stuff because everyone's playing Xudals now. And then 2 Mikavas, you only really need 2. If you're summoning the third one, chances are you're losing that game anyways. And if you're only playing 1, chances are you're also losing that game.
100%.
And then Purgatrio, because it's another basically win condition. Sometimes if you're playing around Nibiru, you don't have to summon a Ball Sword. Just make like a MEKK Knight or 2 and then this, and you just attack everything because you can boost it with Alistair. That's if you're afraid of Nibiru. And then this, because everyone's playing Droll either in main or side, everyone's playing Appaloosa, so if you mind control it, you link it away, you make this. It's also an instant fusion target if you need another attribute to go to the Link 2, so you play it. And then the other one, Elysium. This one, you only really summon this in a simplified game state. So, but it's still really good because it does break board, and yeah, in any case it's a 4,000 booty, but you just break boards with it like really easy because it doesn't target, it just banishes everything. And then the honorary invoke card because it's basically might as well be an invoke monster. Thousand Eyes, as I said, you can abuse it with Crush Heap, and it's just good. You summon this, take away their window, and you start doing plays. Or you take Guru, you take whatever. That's it for the extra.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
How come you're not playing Invoke Kaliga in this one?
So this one you're mainly going second, and like chances are if your opponent, or let's say game 2 and game 3, you're going first, you just side cards that are good going first instead of like, because the only way you make Kaliga with this is if you open Instant Fusion plus Alistair, or if you open Alistair plus Alistair and then you just doing the Kaliga play.
Right.
So I just decided that since we're going second, we're just gonna put our side deck dedicated so that we can go first with a lot of interruptions without relying on Kaliga. Because we don't want to neg in this deck, especially if you're going first. You want as many advantages as you want, so next turn you just either win or just snowball. And then I guess I'll show you the side deck. It's player's preference, but this one was super poly, but then I was like, there's still a lot of decks that this card hits. Like Orcus sometimes can still be a thing. Even Heroes, you just Lancia them, it makes their plays awkward enough for you to just either game them or take control next turn. Spirals is also pretty good. You just gotta chain it correctly. It's also good in the mirror match. It's also good in like any invoke variant basically, because it reduces the amount of stuff you have to play against. So you do that. Or if you don't want, you can just play Super Poly. And then going first options. This was tick. There can be only one. But I figured that this is better, this format, because everyone plays around. There can be only one, like no problem. Should always play around it like easy, because they just do Alistair plus like Construct or whatever, and then with Shadow Fusion they can just send Dragon, pop this, right? So it's better to like summon cards like this, especially if you already have a turn 1 Mikaba, or like if you have MEKK Knights, because chances are with 2 summons they're not going over 2500 MEKK Knight or 2400 MEKK Knight, so you do that, and you only, and obviously you put that if you know you're going first, and most of the time you are game 2 and 3, because your opponent's gonna make you go first. Hi, and then Droll, because drolling spirals means you have enough. It buys you a turn to basically break their board next turn or make your own. And it's also good against heroes. Some decks like Guru, because you can draw them. What else? There's a bunch of rogues basically that you can draw, and also a win. It's also a win for Raging. And then the other hand traps, 2-ups. 2 Ogre, it hits cards. It works in Dracos. It works in other matchups. Even like it works in a lot of control matchup actually, and it's also good against spirals. And then DD Crow, because DD Crowing is Master Plan is heard, is good, I heard. That's it for the 2-ups. And the final, more break a board. If you're playing against a stun deck, you put Storm, not Storming, you put evenly matched plus Lightning Storm. You resolve one of them, you're gonna win the game. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this side deck. You can change like these 2 for like Super Poly if you want, because you play the Elysium. And like normally the Shadow board is prone for like Super Poly, so if you just Super Poly them, you got a free Elysium basically, and you banish their entire board. And yeah, if you have questions, go ahead and ask. I'll be willing to argue with you guys.
Any shoutouts?
Shout out to the great Kala for 2-ups.
For inspiring for the 2-ups.
And for the tape that's in my hand right now. I'm getting tape.
Shout out to
Untouched. We play here a lot. And shout out to Dinah, because Dinah sucks.
Hello.
Keep invoking, guys. Bye.
Jesus.